Hello, everyone. I'll just wait to see if someone logs on. Hey, who's there? Can you sign up and say who you are, just so I know who I'm talking to, please? Hi, Sabrina. Welcome. Hi, Pietro. How are you today? Can you hear me fine? Sabrina, you're not new. You're not a new student. No, it's just that I can see that there are people logging on, but I can't see their names, so I don't know who they are. Hi, Daniele. Hi, Andrea. Coming here to assist me. Thank you. There's another lesson later, Andrea, for your level. I don't know if you're coming to that one too. I think I'm the teacher for that one, level 8-10. So today in our lesson, we have crimes. Ooh. So today you're going to learn all about crime vocabulary. And then we're also going to talk about the present continuous, the past continuous and the past simple. Let me show you so past continuous, past simple, and courtroom vocabulary. So the courtroom is a place where the judge and the lawyers work, where things are decided about criminals, or also, I don't know, in the case of divorces, usually you go to the courtroom. So let's start by talking about crime. Many students, I think, watch TV series or films about crime. Can you think of any programs that talk about crimes or films that you've seen? What TV series? It's quite a popular genre now, crime TV. Can you give me some examples of shows that you watch? Ooh, yes. Criminal Minds is definitely an example, indeed. Yeah. Hi, Gianmarco. Welcome. Other shows that have either policemen or criminals or, I don't know, mafia. It could be mafia, we call it organized crime. In English, we don't make a difference. Hi, Ella. Yes, Sabrina, CSI. There's CSI Miami, there's CSI New York, there's CSI Las Vegas. There are many different CSIs. I love CSI. My favorite is CSI Las Vegas. Yeah, in Italian, you make a distinction, for example, between mafia or Cosa Nostra, or in English, mafia is any group of organized crime. So we don't really make a distinction. For us, it's all the same. It can be Russian mafia. It can be Italian mafia. We don't really make a distinction. Any other shows that you've watched? I know that in Italy, in the last years, there have been many programs with crime in them. Like, for example, Gomorrah became a TV series. Then there were other ones that were very popular. Have you seen any of these? For example, I haven't seen, Gomorrah, no? Pietro, have you seen it? I haven't seen it. I've watched the film, but not the TV series. People told me it was very good. Do you agree? I read the book and I watched the film, but not the series. Also, people recommended Romanzo Criminale, but I haven't seen it. I don't know if it's good. I don't know. Then there are the old-fashioned detective shows like Derek, Inspector Derek. I think for the young people, you have no idea what this is. But from another generation, it was a German detective, Inspector Derek. And there are many other. Yeah, Pietro, you think Romanzo Criminale is the best? I should watch it. You know that I am at home and I don't have any time to watch TV. I feel like, what am I doing with my life? I should be watching lots of Netflix, but I'm always busy doing something. But maybe I should take this opportunity to watch Romanzo Criminale on the computer. I started also Suburbia, but it was quite violent for me, and I was like, oh, it was a bit depressing, so I stopped. But it looked very interesting. For me, the best show about criminals and police officers is called The Wire. It's got different series, and it's very realistic. It's in America, in Baltimore, and it shows drug dealers and police officers and how they try to put a wire. A wire is, for example, on your phone. They can connect your phone with a bug, something inside the phone to listen to your conversations, and that's called a wire. Also, if I come maybe on my jacket or I have a microphone and you can't see it, you can say, I'm wearing a wire. So this TV series is called The Wire, and I think it's based on real facts that happened in Baltimore. The problem with this show is that the English is very difficult to understand because they speak in slang and they use many expressions to talk about drugs and crime, and it's quite difficult to understand. But if you have an opportunity one day to try and see this TV series, it's very realistic. Sabrina says Law and Order. Definitely. This is definitely another crime series. Let's see what the focus mentions. So Law and Order, Dexter, Lie to Me, True Detective, Bones, CSI, Castle, NCIS, The Mentalist, Criminal Minds, The Wire, the one I recommended, Veronica Mars, Monk. I haven't seen all of these. Have you watched any of these programs? Which one would you recommend? I started Dexter, but I never finished. Law and Order, I've seen a few episodes. I watched Lie to Me, and I think True Detective. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. Oh, it's Ranieri. Hi, Ranieri. That was confusing. You have changed your identity, Ranieri. Welcome. We're talking about crime TV programs, and if you watch any. Hi, Sarah. Welcome to the lesson. We're talking about crime and TV series connected to crime. Would you recommend any shows to the students? Ah, Barbara is your wife. I understand, Ranieri. Okay. No identity change, no problem. Anyway, you can be anonymous. You can say you can be whoever you want on the internet. Okay, let's continue. So here we have to fill in the gaps. It's a story, a crime story, and we have to decide if we have to put the verb in past continuous or in simple past. Before we continue, let me just do a little. Sarah recommends Mindhunter. Is it like a true crime story, Sarah, based on real facts? It rings a bell. So before we continue with the text, let's just do a quick revision of the difference between past simple and past continuous. We use past simple for short actions that happened in the past, short actions that are concluded, finished, okay? But we use past continuous for an ongoing action, a long action in the past that is usually at a specific time in the past. Sarah explains us the TV series. The FBI agents who interviewed serial killers. Very dark, but very well done. Ooh, interesting. I should check that out. So for past continuous, remember, usually past continuous can be used with past simple, or it can be used alone only if we have a specific time. So for example, yesterday at 5, I was doing a lesson, okay? At a specific time, an action was ongoing, was along. But I can also put past continuous with past simple. Usually we have a long action that is interrupted by a short action. For example, I was doing the dishes when my phone rang, okay? Interruption. A long action is interrupted by a short action. We have when to show an interruption, or we have while. While is when the action is ongoing. While is like mentre. So in this example, while Jim McAdams, what do I put? Do I put past continuous or do I put past simple? What do you think I should put in the example? So I'm waiting for Ranieri, Barbara, Sabrina, Pietro, Gianmarco to give me the correct answer. While Jim McAdams, past continuous. Okay, so what should I put, Sabrina? I should put while Jim McAdams dinner with some friends. Can you conjugate the verb for me, please? What shall I put exactly? I think you're right about past continuous, but I want the correct answer, please. Anyone else? You can help Sabrina. Well, Jim McAdams was having dinner with some friends. His girlfriend, what do I put? What is the correct answer? While Jim McAdams was having dinner with some friends, his girlfriend at home. Yes, was having. Well done, guys. So now the next answer. His girlfriend at home. What should I put? You have to think, is very good, Sabrina, stayed. Because the action of the girlfriend staying at home does not interrupt the other action. Yeah. So he was having dinner and at the same time the girlfriend stayed at home, but it's not really. So It happens simultaneously, but one is a short action and one is a continuous action. He home a little bit drunk. You understand? A little bit drunk. A little bit drunk is when you drank too much alcohol and you're feeling like this after you drink too much. So he, what do I put? Yes, well done, guys. He got home, he arrived home a little bit drunk and couldn't find his girlfriend. Where is she? How strange. She, a shower in the bathroom. So shower in this case is the verb, not a noun. So she, what's the correct answer? So he got home a little bit drunk and couldn't find his girlfriend. She, well done, Sabrina. She was showering, so she was in the process of having a shower. You can say she was having a shower or she was showering. She was showering. It's difficult to pronounce, showering, in the bathroom. But he, well done, Gianmarco, he thought there was a thief in their home. Do you understand the word thief? A thief is a person that comes to your house to take money or to take your TV or to take your jewelry. Jewelry are, for example, earrings or rings, yeah? So he thought. The verb to think usually can be in past simple. In one moment, he thought there was a thief in their home. Jim, his gun, and shot through the bathroom door 5 times. So Jim, his gun, and shot through the bathroom door 5 times. I have a feeling that this story ends very badly. Yes, very good, Sabrina. The past of find is found. It's an irregular verb. And it's not a long action. It doesn't take you 1 hour to find your gun. You find it, yeah? So he found his gun. And shot, the past of the present of shot is shoot, with 2 O's. He shot the bathroom door 5 times. Unfortunately, he, his girlfriend that night. So Barbara says, was killing. Do you think that to kill someone is a long action or a short action? If we say he was torturing his girlfriend, it could be a long action. But to kill is a short action. He killed his girlfriend that night. What a tragic story. Mac Adams was found guilty of the murder of his girlfriend. So to be found guilty is when you do something bad and the judge says that you have to go to prison or you have to pay a lot of money. You are found guilty. You can be guilty or you can be innocent. In this case, Mac Adams was found guilty of the murder of his girlfriend. And what happened? Yeah, quite bad, huh? Oh my God. This story, I think, is very similar to the story of the famous runner from South Africa. I think something similar happened. I think he thought someone was in his house and he killed his wife or his girlfriend. And I think, I don't know in the end if he was if he was found innocent. I don't remember the story. Yes, he received a prison sentence of 5 years. 5 years to kill your wife? It's not so bad. What do you think? I guess it was an accident. But yes, well done, guys. Received. So what do you think of this story? Do you think that this story could happen in Italy? Do you think it's possible that someone is very drunk and they come home and they shoot through the door thinking there is a thief in the house? Like now, I think in Italy, maybe you have a law for self-defense. This is a new law that a few years ago where you can shoot someone in self-defense, or you can defend your shop or your house. But I don't know if this is true or not. It's pretty violent. Sabrina, you think this can happen also in Italy, an accident like this? In America, guns are very popular. Many families, many people have guns in their house. They say it's for self-protection. And so I think in America, there are many, many accidents. I think it can happen. I have a student who works in an ambulance, and he said that now in Italy and also in Prato, there are many guns. Before, no, but now there are more and more guns or rifles. Rifles are guns that you use to go hunting, a caccia, no? To hunt animals. So it's becoming also a problem in Italy. It's very tragic. So I think alcohol and guns is not a good combination. It's better maybe not to drink with a gun in your house. This is my conclusion. So let's continue. Here we have some vocabulary about crimes, yeah? So let's see if you can understand. We have the definition. Number 1, the person who decides who is innocent or guilty. Who decides if you are innocent or guilty? It's one person, yes? Or actually, it can also be a group of people. But usually, yes, Pietro, it's the judge. The judge decides if you are guilty or innocent. It can be also a jury. A jury is a group, I'm not sure how many people, 6 people, 8 people, 10 people, I don't know. A group of people that are selected from the population, and they can decide if someone is guilty or innocent. In America, I think in Italy, do you have a jury? Is it possible to have a jury? I'm not sure. So yes, the person who decides who is innocent or guilty is the judge. Then the person who sees a crime, yeah? For example, you're walking and you see a car accident, you can be a witness. Well done, Pietro. Yes, you can be a witness. You can also be a witness if your friends get married. For example, your brother or your best friend gets married, you can be his witness and sign the marriage contract. Then, if you did the crime, you are If you did the crime, you are, well, Pietro, you're very fast. You're guilty, yes. If you committed a crime, they say you are innocent until proven guilty. That means that until the judge says you are guilty, you are always innocent. But if you did the crime and the judge says you are guilty, that's it. It's over for you. Number 4, if you didn't do the crime, you are, so the opposite. What is the opposite of guilty? I'm just updating the lesson. So what's the opposite of guilty? I didn't do it. I swear. Don't arrest me. Please. Yes, I'm innocent. No, don't arrest me. We can identify a murderer. A murderer is a person that kills another person. So we can identify a murderer with his or her, I don't know if you've watched CSI. Yes, fingerprints. Now, if you commit a crime without gloves, you are very stupid, because on CSI, on all these crime series or films, they show that fingerprints are everywhere. Be careful. So, innocent, and you can identify a murderer with his fingerprints, or maybe with his DNA. Yes, DNA. His spit, or his blood, or his hair. Be careful. Defends the person who is accused of a crime. This is a job, a person. Who defends the person who is accused? Yes, a lawyer. Yes, indeed. Or in America, we can say a defense attorney. An attorney is like a lawyer. Is the object used to kill someone. So I can use many different objects to kill someone. But whatever the object, it always has this name, what Pietro says, a murder weapon. Yeah? Whatever you use to kill someone, unless you use your hands, but a stick, scissors, I don't know, a bottle, this can be the murder weapon. A weapon is an arma in general. So we have the lawyer, and then we have the murder weapon. If the police thinks you did a crime, you are usually when the police start the investigation, they will choose different people that are possibly the criminal. These people are suspects. Yes, you are a suspect. If you were, I don't know, near the victim, I don't know, the husband, the wife, the boss, then maybe you have a connection with the victim. Maybe you can be a suspect. And after, if you were grocery shopping, so you were buying food at the supermarket at the time of the murder, and maybe a camera filmed you at that time, you have what? Well done, Sabrina. You have an alibi. They cannot arrest you because you have proof. Yeah, you can show. Maybe there's a witness or a camera or some proof that you were not on the scene of the crime. You cannot be the murderer. It's not physically possible. You have an alibi. And finally, the person who is killed is the person who is killed is the what? So you can be considered this even if you're not killed. Yeah. You can be the victim of a crime. Yeah. If someone comes to your house and steals money, you are still a victim. You are the victim of a burglary. Yeah. This is the type of crime. But if you are the victim, full stop, probably you are dead. Okay. Usually these people are called the murder victim. So here we have different events that happen, okay? I will read the events and I want you to start thinking about the correct order for the story. How can we put the story in the correct order, in the correct chronological order? So the first, starting from the top left, police discovers Nadine's body, a knife, and a glove. So I don't know if this is the beginning of the story. Maybe not. Nadine's doorbell rings. Oliver eats at a restaurant, then leaves. We have a second character. Oliver is arrested for the murder of his ex-wife, Nadine. Nadine puts her children to bed. A neighbor is out jogging, sees Oliver's car parked in front of Nadine's house. So these are the different events that happen that night, okay? We have to put these events in the correct order. Imagine you are a police officer and you have to interview different people. You have to speak to maybe some witnesses to understand what is happening. Yeah. So in your opinion, if we reconstruct the facts of the night, what happens first? What is the first event of the night? How does the story start? So Pietro says Oliver eats at a restaurant, then leaves. Could be the beginning of the story. So maybe that was Oliver's alibi. He went to the restaurant thinking that he would have some witnesses that said, oh yes, I saw him at the restaurant, so he is innocent. Maybe at the same time or around the same time, something happens. What does Nadine do when Oliver eats at the restaurant? What's the second part of the story? If you don't understand something, please ask me if you don't understand the vocabulary. I think Gianmarco is correct. Nadine puts her children to bed. Yeah, so she's putting the children to bed. And then what happens? Well done, Barbara. Nadine's doorbell rings. Ding dong. Uh-oh. What happens after? So obviously this is a reconstruction. Yeah, we are reconstructing the events of the night. We have to put them in chronological order. I think Sabrina is right. Yes. A neighbor, so the person that lives near Nadine's house, is out jogging and he sees Oliver's car parked in front of Nadine's house. So Oliver's alibi, the fact that he was at the restaurant, is no longer valid because the neighbor has seen him in front of Nadine's house. Very suspicious. Then, as Pietro says, the police discovers Nadine's body. A knife and a glove, yeah, to cover the hand. And finally, as Barbara says, Oliver is arrested for the murder of his ex-wife, Nadine. So this is another tragic story. What happened with the children? Imagine if they lost their mother and maybe their father killed their mother. Oh my God. But sadly, very sadly, there are many situations like this. We talk about violence against women, and sadly in Italy and in the world, there are many cases of violence against women. And often the murderer or the criminal is an ex-husband or an ex-boyfriend. It's very sad. So this story is actually a possible story. It's quite realistic, but very sad. So let's see. Let's put them. Number 1. Number 2. Ooh. Even better. If the neighbor sees the car in front of Nadine's house before the doorbell rings, I think both cases are fine. We can also say we can switch 3 and 4, no problem. 5 and 6. So this story is in the past, but if we look at the verbs in the boxes, all the verbs are in the present. So we have to change these examples and put them in the past. So Oliver eats at a restaurant, then leaves. How would we put this in the past? Yeah, it's very sad, Barbara, did it happen? Sorry, Barbara Ranieri. I'm still calling you Barbara. This is Ranieri, right? Oh God, I'm sorry. I see the name and then I'm confused. Forgive me, Ranieri, forgive me. So in this situation, we have 2 actions. Oliver eats and Oliver leaves. Is one action interrupting the other action? Or are they 2 separate actions? I think that Elena is correct, yes? Oliver ate at a restaurant. I'm so sorry, Ranieri, forgive me. I apologize. So Oliver ate at a restaurant. And then he, what's the past of leave? Leave is irregular. So Oliver ate at a restaurant and then he left. Well done, Pietro. Yes, left. So that's the first example. No problem. Then example number 2. If we change number 2 and number 3, we could say that when Nadine puts the children to bed is interrupted by the doorbell. Yeah? I'm changing the order a little bit. So I want to say that Nadine puts the children to bed, and that action is interrupted by the doorbell. Can you make me the example when there is an interruption? So the action is in progress, and the doorbell interrupts the action. So you have to put example 2 and 4 in one sentence. I am changing the order. I know you have to type the sentence. It's a bit long. So which action is long and which action is short? Which action should be in past continuous and which action should be in past simple? Aha! You all come at the same time. So Nadine was putting her children to bed while or when? Which would be better? Pietro put while, but Gianmarco put when, and Elena put when also. While would be if the two actions happen simultaneously. Yeah. So for example, I was putting the children to bed while my husband was cleaning the kitchen. Yeah. Two actions happening at the same time. There is no interruption. But with when, there is an interruption. So I could say Nadine was putting her children to bed when doorbell rang. Interruptions. So she gets up, leaves the children, and opens the door. We could say, if we want to make a different example, number 3. Here we have 2 sentences. We have the neighbor that is jogging and the neighbor that sees the car that is parked. Which tenses should I put? Are these 2 actions happening at the same time? Are they separate actions that have no connection? What should we put? Past continuous, past simple? What do you think would be better? Let me give you a few seconds to think about the example. Think also if you want to use maybe when or while, what would be better in this sentence to connect the 2 parts of the sentence in number 3. Yes, good choice, Sabrina, while. So we could say while the neighbor or while a neighbor. So while a neighbor was jogging, So, little problem. We have 2 options. If we want to put Pietro's example, a neighbor was out jogging while he saw the car. No. After while, we have to put a verb in, usually we have to put a verb in past continuous. So I could say, while a neighbor was jogging, he saw Oliver's car. Or I can say, a neighbor was jogging when he saw Oliver's car. So after when, I should put past simple. After while, I should put past continuous. Do you understand? Does it make sense? So Elena's example is, okay, a neighbor was out jogging when he saw Oliver's car parked in front of the house. Yeah. So both examples are fine, but we have to be careful. If we want to put while, we have to put while at the beginning. While a neighbor was out jogging. Yeah? Does it make sense? Let's continue. But thank you for making a mistake. I love when students make mistakes because they help the other students. Usually the other students make the same mistake. So I use one student as an example. Don't feel bad, huh? Then we have number 5. So the police discover Nadine's body, a knife and a glove. This action is by itself. There are no other actions. When there's only one action, it's not really possible to put past continuous. The only time I can use past continuous is if I give a specific time. So I can say yesterday at 10 p.m., the police were discovering a body. The verb to discover usually is not continuous. Also, the verb see is usually not continuous. You saw something or you didn't see something, but you were seeing something is a bit strange. It's not really a continuous verb. We can only use I was seeing as an expression. For example, John and Mary were seeing each other. That means stavano uscendo insieme. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. They were dating. This is a specific expression. But usually you don't say, I was seeing a cat. No, I saw a cat. So yes, the police, thank you, Gianmarco, the police discovered Nadine's body, a knife and a glove. Stop. And then finally, the last one is a passive. A passive is when the subject doesn't do the action. The subject receives the action. So Oliver arrested for the murder of his ex-wife. Oliver was arrested. In this case, we just put the past of the verb be and it becomes a past passive. Okay? Let's continue. Mr. Roberts was found murdered in his office. Oh my God. His business partner, the word partner can be used when you are in a relationship with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. For example, if you are in a serious relationship, not just, 3 months together, but years together. Maybe you live together. This person is your partner. Depending on the context, I can understand your business partner or your relationship partner, your love partner. But if it's not clear, then you should say his business partner. Mr. Smith is the prime suspect in Scotland Yard's investigation. The prime suspect is the biggest suspect, the first suspect. They found a bloody knife in his garden. Uh-oh. So I guess that Mr. Smith needs a lawyer. If the murder weapon or a murder weapon, a bloody knife, is found in your garden and someone you know was killed recently, it's not looking very good for you. you will probably have problems. Do you know the expression to be framed? Do you know what it means to be framed? For example, let's imagine that, this is a very bad example, but sorry, Anna, but one of the teachers in English in the city is killed, okay? And we don't know who the killer is, but the teachers don't like me, okay? And they decide, let's make it look like Shanti killed the other teacher. Let's frame her. To be framed is when people make it look like you have done something bad when it's not true. So I can be framed if they put the bloody knife in my garden, that it looks like I am the killer. Maybe it's not true, but there is proof. Proof. So if there is proof, it's going to be very hard for me to say that I am innocent, especially if I don't have an alibi. If I don't have an alibi and there is a murder weapon in my garden or in my bag or in my house, I'm probably going to be found guilty of the crime. Yeah. So this is what it means to be framed. And I can say, no, I'm innocent. I was framed. And the judge will say, be quiet. We know that you are guilty. Go to prison. So yes, it has happened often that people get framed for a crime that they haven't committed. It's very tragic. So I don't know how we can do this activity. It's a bit difficult. But since you've watched all these TV series about crime, can you give me some advice? Let's say I want to be a criminal, okay? I need some advice. Can you tell me the things to do and the things not to do? Of course, I don't want to go to prison. I don't want to be caught, yeah? Catch is the past caught. I don't want to be caught and put in prison. What advice can you give me? What should I do and what shouldn't I do if I want to stay out of prison? Come on, criminal masterminds. You know what a mastermind is? Like a genius of crime. A criminal mastermind, you can think of all the things to do. Sabina, you have a very good advice. Sabina says, don't be a criminal. Bad idea. I completely agree. I think I would be a terrible criminal. Yeah, because I cannot lie. I don't have a poker face. You understand poker face? When I talk, I have to say the truth, because if I don't say the truth, I get red or I start being embarrassed. I don't have a poker face. So it would be very easy to say Shanti is lying, Shanti is guilty. Very easy. So I think I need a different job, but let's say that we are trying to find some solutions so that I don't go to prison. Very important. Ranieri says, do you have an alibi? So if I'm planning a crime, I should definitely find a way to have an alibi. Without an alibi, I will probably go to prison. So either I find a friend, or maybe my husband, or someone that loves me very much and that will lie to the judge or to the police to say that I was at home or I was at the cinema, or yeah, I need a good witness. What else do I need to do or not to do? Not to be arrested. Any ideas? You guys are you're nice people. You don't think like criminals. You would never be caught in a bad situation like this. For example, think about the... Ooh, Elena has a perverse mind like me. She says I could frame someone else. That is really bad. Yes, that's what I should do. I should make people think that it was someone else that did it. The problem is I don't hate anyone. Like, you have to really hate someone to frame them for murder. Oh my God. I don't know who I could put in that position. Ah, good advice, Gianmarco. You have to wear gloves while you're killing someone. Very good advice. You don't want to put your fingerprints everywhere. So gloves are fundamental. But what about hair? Like, I hear that, I don't know, in CSI, and they always find maybe hair or something that makes people know that it's me. I don't know, I have to disinfect and clean the crime scene. Or maybe I can wear a hat also. A hat and gloves. There's a very important word that we haven't seen in the lesson. This word is motive. The first thing the police will look for is a motive. Do I have a reason to kill that person? Will I get money if I kill this person? Am I jealous of this person? For example, if I kill another teacher, then maybe I will have more lessons at school. So I do it for profit. Yeah, I do it for money. Or I do it because I am jealous and this teacher is such a good teacher and all the other students love that teacher that I want to get rid of the teacher. No? Get rid of is barazzarsi, get rid of, I don't want that teacher to be in the school. So Elena has good advice. She said I should destroy the murder weapon. Definitely. The murder weapon has to disappear or be destroyed in a place where no one can find it ever again. Because if they find the murder weapon, I could be in big trouble. I think that's the best advice. That maybe I should also be sure to have a lawyer because there's always a risk that I will be arrested. So just in case I get arrested, I need to have a good lawyer to protect me when it's time. So if I have also some money to pay for a good lawyer, it's a good idea, just in case. Okay, guys, that's it for today. If you want to watch some crime TV in English during the holidays, I call these the holidays, but they're not really holidays. I know that some people are working from home. But if you have more time these days, try to watch either some lawyer programs. There are many TV series about lawyers, or some criminal series. You will learn a lot of vocabulary. If you want to do some exercises about past continuous and past simple, I will give you a link here of some exercises you can do. I'll put them here. I'll post them for you. And you can try to do them. There are many exercises on the internet to do the difference between past simple and past continuous. You can try just to see. Also on your login in the school, your English in the City account, you have extra exercises, extra content, and there you can find lots of activities and also grammar like past continuous and past simple. I think you have another lesson for this level tomorrow. I don't remember at what time. So check the email that the school sent you so that you can log in tomorrow for another lesson, okay? Thank you so much for watching and participating, and I will see you soon. Ooh, a good TV series Gianmarco recommends is, How to Get Away with Murder. This is definitely the show that I should watch to practice. Okay, guys, bye-bye.